Before we start, I just wanted to let people in the audience know if you're going to speak, feel free to come on up, sign in for your project. And then also, if you are speaking, please speak into the microphone. Go ahead, adjust it so that we can actually hear you. It'd be greatly appreciated. I do the minutes here, and makes it a lot easier for me to know what you said. So appreciate it. Like I said, we'll get started here in about a minute or two, and then turn it over to the chairman to get that going.
If you could sign in now, okay, then you won't have to stop. If you want to say something, go ahead and sign in now. And then you'll be good to go.
And board members, just a reminder, push the button so that the green light is on so that I can hear you speaking. Yes. You guys are funny. Is that my gift for Christmas from you? Your sense of humor. Yes, Lisa.
Pablo. Thank you.
Bring the meeting to order. First on the agenda is approval of minutes of the November 8th meeting.
I move to approve.
Second.
Did somebody move? Second.
Any discussions, questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, approved. There's no old business.
No, there's no old business.
That was a statement.
Yes. I concur.
All right, first. Go ahead, new business.
All right, the first item under new business, sorry, is a request for a variance to increase the maximum lot coverage from 35% to 41% for a patio cover. TMS number 146-1204055, address 124 Saw Palm Drive in Somerville. This is variance of ordinance section 2.10. If you all remember, this was here before the board a couple months back, and the board did approve a variance from 35% to 39% for the addition of the patio cover, as well as to take into account the shed that was built before permits were required, etc. Upon application for the actual structure, it came to light that some of the dimensions for the existing lot coverage, including that shed, was actually bigger than what was approved, and the lot coverage was actually 41% as opposed to 39%. Because there's no wiggle room in that approval, they were required to reapply, to come back before the board to present their case again. Staff still feels that the applicant does not meet all four criteria and that a hardship is not present. Extraordinary conditions do not exist on the property. The shape of the property and size of the property are pretty standard for the development. Other property in the area do have similar lot shapes and sizes. Utilization of the property is not negatively impacted by the application of the lot coverage limit to this property. And D, and then this is the most important one, is detriment may be caused to other properties by the issuance of this variance on this property. The overall development was engineered to allow for each lot to have, did I pull that again from something else? So it was, engineered to allow for each lot to have up to 40% lot coverage. With the approval of a variance at this location, it will contribute to overburdening the as-built stormwater detention for the overall development and may contribute to the flooding of other properties within the neighborhood and other areas in town. So essentially, as we've established with other lot coverage variances, a variance to allow increased lot coverage on one spot doesn't necessarily cause flooding in that particular location. It causes flooding downstream. So the problem is in another location when we do this. So as was stated before, this was approved for 39% previously. I will turn it over to the board and the applicant for any further questions or concerns.
Sorry. I will say that there was an error was made on the measurements of the shed. I thought it was an 8 by 10 and it was actually a 10 by 12. My bad. But the project in its whole has not changed. It's an existing concrete surface that we're putting a roof over. So we're not gaining or losing any vegetation area. And I'm not sure if y'all have any questions for me, but the scope of the project hasn't changed. It was the semantics of a number.
Any question?
So the only difference is that a measurement that you guys made of a shed of 8 by 10 is actually 10 by 12 or 8 by 12.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we're talking about 2 feet. Basically,
2 square.
2 square feet, whatever.
I'm sorry.
Actually, length, right?
Yeah, it would be the length.
Would be more than-
I think it works out to 10 square feet.
You just may want to state your name. for the
I'm
record.
sorry, Laura Pfeiffer. I'm sorry.
I'd make a motion that we approve the request.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? One vote.
Merry Christmas.
Next on the agenda.
The next item on the agenda is TMS number 13014110001, 712 West Fifth North Street, zoned NMX, neighborhood mixed use, owned by Hei Wei Jin and Mei Hua Wu. Variance request to allow parking to be constructed in the front yard. Ordinance section 2.5.6A. Give me a second to get to the section there. My apologies. Let's find it. So this is located at the corner of Birch Street and West Fifth North Street. This is the conversion of an existing residential structure into a commercial structure. With that conversion, they do need to come into full conformance with the requirements of the zoning district in which it's located. The issue is identified at the application for the business license. The proposed addition of parking in the front to accommodate the change of use from residential use to a business use is required. The staff feels that the applicant does meet all 4 criteria and that a hardship is present. Extraordinary conditions do exist on the property. It's staff's opinion that because this is a conversion of a residential structure to a commercial property, there's a hardship based on the size of the property and the configuration of the structures on the lot. This prevents the establishment of parking to the rear of the structure. Other property in the area do have similar situations. Utilization of the property is not eliminated, but will only be slightly diminished. Without parking, it will be extremely difficult for this property to be utilized as a commercial property. Detriment should not be caused to other properties by the issuance of this variance on this property. Other properties within the corridor already have parking in the front yard areas, previously developed prior to the passage of the UDO requirements. If the parking is designed per the SCDOT requirements, it will be less impactful on traffic and safety in the area. Staff recommends that the BZA impose the following conditions if they determine that a variance is warranted. 1, that the variance will cease to apply upon the complete redevelopment of the property for a new commercial development. And 2, the parking will be screened according to section 8.5.2. I don't know if you remember, but those conditions have been applied to prior variances for the same request in this corridor.
So what will it look like?
So the intent is for 5 parking spaces, utilizing the existing entrance on West 5th North Street. You have the 5 parking spaces across the front, exit out to Birch. They are currently renovating the structure to meet commercial requirements. They will be required to have an 8-foot wide landscape screen around both the drive aisles as well as the parking stalls.
Okay. Yeah, Mr.
I believe it is a massage business,
Yes, chiropractors.
chiropractor massage.
Any questions? So the exit would be on the side street and the entrance would be off of the main road.
Yeah, the entrance will be on the 5th Northwest. And then driving the parking space, and then have an easy access on the side street.
Because I couldn't tell when I saw it. You know, when I got that didn't show up.
Couldn't tell which.
Right.
Those are existing driveways.
Yeah, that was already had.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
I move that we grant the variance with the conditions as recommended by staff.
A second.
Any other discussion?
We'd be hard pressed to turn this down, given the neighborhood and given what we've done before.
All in favor? Vote.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
What's next? Anything?
There is nothing under miscellaneous. Next item would be to adjourn.
Move that we adjourn.
Favor? Aye.